Good morning from Shangri-La. Actually not Shangri-La, as you might be recognizing. This doesn't look like a city. And you might be recognizing that I'm out of breath in every one of my videos lately. It's the altitude. Look how soft this dust is. Anyway, what am I doing here? On this random back road, dusty road. I got bored in Shangri-La. It's too touristy. So I set out to find something a little bit more fun and adventurous. I had a little bit of altitude sickness last night, so I was afraid I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm on a hike, as you can tell, with Big Owl, the biggest bag I could have found, and I decided to bring with me. It weighs about 16 kilos. Nonsense, pure nonsense. I'm on a hike to something called the Tiger Leaping Gorge. Now you can visit the gorge yourself. Just take a bus there or a taxi, go down, pay the 44 Kwai and have a look at the water that's gushing through this small little gap in between these mountains. There's another way to do it. You can hike way up into the mountains and experience the beautiful views of the Snow Mountain. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see how this hike goes. I think it's going to take probably about a day and a half, 2 days. My heart is pounding like 90 and I've only just started. I have for rations a bottle of Coke, a Snickers bar, a loaf of bread and some peanut butter. We'll see how I get on. Pretty sure I'm going to neck that bottle of Coke on the first area I sit down, but whatever. So join me if you're interested in seeing me suffer on another hike. I'm a man that seems to love suffering. Oh, let's go. Oh, look at them views coming around the corner. Wow. The total elevation that I'll be climbing today is around, I think it's 2,300 meters or so. So it's a fair lick. But this area is actually home to a very unique indigenous people, I think called a Naxi. Naxi? I'm so bad at pronouncing. I met a Naxi person on the bus coming here. The bus takes about 3 hours. She's an English teacher. More than happy to speak English, and I was more than happy to speak English too, to be honest. As she was telling me her mother, who lives in this village, doesn't speak Chinese, doesn't speak Mandarin, but speaks the local Naxi language. When I got off the bus, there was a lady that had traditional Naxi, I don't know how to pronounce it, I apologise, outfit on that, to be honest, looked like the priestesses from Dune, or whatever they're called. It was really cool. I like the fact that there are so many unique ethnic minorities in China. It makes it such a fascinating country to travel. Let's follow these lads on their tails. So I've now passed the lovely men that are behind me, and I really mean that. One speaks English, the rest don't. The one that does, making such an effort to speak to me. The walk isn't that strenuous. It's just incredibly warm. But I think I have to go up quite a bit higher later on. So that's going to make it a bit colder. Now I have two choices here. Do I take the high trail, which goes way up into the mountain? And then if I don't, I take the lower trail here, which kind of cuts around the bridge. There's a horse. I think I'll do the high trail. I think it'll be fine. It looks very high though, but isn't that the whole point of this, to challenge myself? Ni hao. Hello. Ni hao. Ni hao. The walk, high.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, 谢谢. One bottle of water. Jesus, it's not even water. It's Coke Zero. might have been a mistake. I also don't know if I can have a place to sleep tonight on the mountain. There's a guest house 10 kilometers from here up this mountain. I'm hoping they have a bed. Oh, we'll soon find out. All I wish now is I was down in that river, down there, having a swim. That's the river that creates the Tiger Leaping Gorge that I'll be visiting later. And the reason it has that name is, in mythology, apparently being hunted by a hunter, but the tiger ran across these mountains, threw a big stone in the center and leaped across to escape his fate. Let's carry on. It's not that hard. It's the altitude. It really is. I'm finding my heart get up faster than the energy in my body being spent. Is this an inn? Oh god. Have you any room? Okay. There's nobody here. So I'll just relax until they get here. I've gone full Jesus now, in the hope that he helps me here. But the idea of this isn't to just look as cool as I do. It's the sun. I noticed I was burning. I'm going to keep going up and we'll see how it goes. There's an old man here with a horse. He better not offer me a lift up. Okay, Sajan. Oh, he was offering me the horse. Oh, that's embarrassing. I heard about that though. They offer you a horse to go up the mountain. Oh, what's the point then? There's a shop. 3 water for 10 koi. It's closed. Going uphill is an absolute nightmare when you're not adjusted to the altitude. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Warm today. Warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warm. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
They were banging on down here like this was nothing. Don't look at me. I'm ashamed. What must they think of me looking like this? I tell you what, it's not the second coming. It's the second going. I've decided to set up camp on the slopiest slope because that bottle of Coke is getting drank. They have stations where you can drop off your bag and you can actually have it shipped somewhere else. So you can have it shipped to the end of the line, end of the hike. But they were closed today. What look is that? Unbelievable. It's not an ad for Coke. It's just delicious. Sponsor me. Forest such as love. Fire on every one. Why does that sound like it's trying to encourage me to start a forest fire? I see a town down there. I wonder if this is where this little track is leading me. Oh, it'd be nice to, oh my god, bottle of water. Not that the Coke didn't quench the thirst, but I would appreciate a water. It looks like a grave. We have some incense. Interesting design. It looks like there's just a little graveyard here, but no names. So how do they know? Maybe it's not a graveyard, maybe it's just, I don't know, spirits of the forest or something. Interesting design though. Isn't that just amazing? Here we have all the little fields where they grow their fruits. There's peas, these are all pea plants down here. Corn over there, looks like something else down there, maybe rice. It's been filled up by the river all the way coming down here and it's just flooding the fields. Hello cows, hello, don't mind me. Just your average white tourist trespassing. Chasing the chickens away as well. That's his chickens gone. That's it now. The economy was bad enough and now he's got no chickens. So far I've seen no shops, but how cool it is to be in a mountainous village here in Yunnan. Where am I supposed to go here though? I gotta find some shade and find exactly where I'm going. I should have found out the word for water in Chinese. Also, there's nobody here. Is that a dead chicken? I went so far off the track. I went so far. So far. I'm miles off the track. Actually, I'm not miles off the track. I'm back on almost exactly where I should be now. But I squirreled into the mountains for, what was it, an hour and a half there. I didn't need to. Oh man, imagine living here. Waking up with that view. I don't care what I look like anymore. Oh, this must be the guest house down here with all the cars parked outside. Apparently this is where a lot of people start from. So what I've just done is the longer route, the kind of introductory route, and I'm pretty happy I did. Looking back in the video, you're going to be thinking, man, you were complaining the whole time. Yes, that's true. But if you've ever climbed a mountain, you complain on the way up and you go, that wasn't so bad on the way down. I might drink 4 bottles of water here. I might drown myself, I don't care. Hello. Ni hao. Yes. I will have some water. Ni hao. Ni hao. 2 bottles of water. That's all they had. I bought out their entire stock. We are here. Okay, so that's Judy's guest house. We just met Judy. She's very nice actually. And now I think we're going to head down 1 hour to here. 1 hour to here to Tina's guest house. And carry on to the Walnut Garden, the landslide. And then back. Wait, is that where I'm going? Yes, that's where I'm going. I started here. Quite cool.
海涛吃一点不是关系的，这个是我的家里面备了。
哦 ，OK， 谢谢。
再拿一点，不是关系的啊。
谢谢 ，Thank you。
我们家里面很多很多的油，就是备不来，我们就那个山背后背来的。
OK，
谢谢你啊。
拜拜，拜拜。
拜拜。
Alright, so if you're at Jane's guest house and you're stuck, walk 3 meters away and you'll see a really lovely lady who gives you free walnuts if you buy her water. I've had to put a bit of distance between myself and them. I can't listen to the. By the way, I'm wearing the Shema again. The sun is so strong, but I can't listen to their sticks just tinkling on this concrete path. I was always brought up to believe that the sticks are useful for treacherous terrain, but it's concreted the whole way up, and then up there It looks like we have another little building. Maybe that's where we're going. Hello. Huh? No. I don't know. No, I'm okay, I'm okay. Could have just gone to Chengdu and seen some pandas. Ever wondered what a toilet is like up at the top of a mountain here in Yunnan? Let's go take a look. Man, you can pay costs 2 yuan to use it. And here you are. The water for washing yourself. And then the view. The wonderful view. There's a lot more people on this path than I expected today, so I'm hoping that they have space in the hostel or the guest house, because if they don't, I'm actually sleeping outside and I don't fancy that. Bye, Zaijian. Made it to the first tea house. It's very windy here. I'm going to put you down by the window. The background is incredible, but this isn't the place that I'm stopping at. I'm actually joined by 2 other people, and we're going to go to another tea house which is about an hour away and catch the sunset. Apparently these mountains here turn golden just as the sun goes down. So in this area, like any other mountain area with such jagged edges, you've got landslides. You have this one here, which came off this huge chunk of a mountain. This part of the walk isn't actually that bad. It's all kind of well made gravel and it's pretty flat. It goes flat across the whole mountain, but it's about 50 minutes and I just noticed that it goes all the way over there and I still don't see the hut. And here we have one of the old water irrigation systems that you see coming down from the waterfalls, and they fill them up. But that one looks disused for a long time. We're blocked by goats. All right, last room in the hotel, the very last room in the hotel. Here's the room, anyway, with the grand view. The whole point of all this walking today, and my legs are broken. Ah, the view. Oh, and here's a little cup of tea. Oh my God, yes. That was a tough walk. That was actually a really tough walk. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I met this couple from Shanghai and they were nothing but nice. Great English, just super friendly. But that was a long walk. That was 16 miles. So I'm gonna go take a shower and then I'm gonna go check out the sunset. Like I said earlier, this mountain apparently turns a beautiful golden color in about an hour's time. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that's like. And I tell you what, I am absolutely looking forward to just passing out in that bed. Oof. It's not over yet though. Next time you'll see me, you'll hopefully have a beautiful view of a golden mountain. So you made it to the top, and here you have a beautiful sunset in the background. It's kind of turning like a golden colour. You can see it was much better a minute ago, but I actually couldn't take my eyes off it. I'll show you actually all the people here. Everybody lines up in front of this sign. that says halfway, because this is the Halfway Inn, I think it's called. Halfway House, Halfway Inn. And it's one of the more popular places on the trail. In fact, you have to book it about a month in advance in order to get a room. So that's why we're staying in the other hotel, which is a bit more expensive. A lot more expensive. But actually, it's a really nice room, so... Yeah, alright, I'm going to enjoy a little cup of tea here. And then get some dinner with my new friends. So, bye-bye. Good morning. Look at this view. Look at that. To wake up to. Sun hasn't even crossed the peak yet. There's already lots and lots of hikers on the route. See them all there. Getting started early. But not me. Not yet. I'm going to have a little cup of tea. I have 2 hours, I think, to hike. And then I'll be at a place called Tina's Guest House. And from there, I think I can catch a bus to a city called Lijiang. So I'm going to enjoy my little cup of tea. Then we'll hit the road. It's green tea is delicious, you know. If you avoid the little bits in it. So we're off. It's not too early morning, not too bad. Sun hasn't hit the mountain just yet. It's still got a nice freshness in the air. And there's lots of people hiking already. This first part is about 2 hours long, which is good. Apparently it's a little bit more risky. That's what we like. So let's see how it goes. Corn. Hello, little buddy. That is a massive waterfall. Let's go check it out. Look at this. How cool is that? Oh, you gotta watch where you're walking too, apparently. All the way up there. This isn't even the wet season, this is the dry season. It hasn't started raining here yet. This place must be impassable if it's raining. In fact, they actually say parts of this path are impassable when it's raining, so maybe this is why. Coming downhill is just so much nicer. Oh, look at the water going through here. Going downhill is so much nicer. There is some like little uphill bits, but not too much. But it's warm again. The sun isn't out yet so much, but it is still really warm. Made it to the second guest house. This is where I'm going to leave my bag, but you just leave it here. As a European, I feel uncomfortable leaving my bag here in just an open room. I walked into the room. I don't even stay at the hostel. They don't have my information, nothing. So please be here when I get back. All right, now that the bag is off me, I'm going to take a walk. I've got a few hours. I've got a good few hours actually. I've got about 4 hours. And I'm going to climb more into the mountains with my new friends, my new Shanghaiese friends, Shanghai. And I'm going to... There's a ladder I've heard rumors about that goes vertically up for 20 stories. So I'm going to try to find that. But first, I think we're going to head down to the gorge and actually finally see the river that we've been watching for the entire hike. All right, let's go. Please be there. Please be there. We're going to cheat a little bit. We just had some lunch, thankfully, in this restaurant, Tina's Guest House, which has been really nice. The staff are really nice. There's actually a lot of reviews online about these guest houses saying that they're bad or they're not nice people, but they're all really nice. But anyway, we're going to get in this van. We're going to skip a little bit of the walk. He's going to take us to the start, and then we're going to walk down to the gorge just as the sun comes out. Isn't that perfect? Let's hop on into the hiking wagon and make our way down. Hello. Got my little bottle of water. Keep me hydrated. It's about a 4-hour hike, I think, 3-hour hike.
稍等一下，他上个。他是哪个国家的？
What?
Where are you from?
Oh, Ireland. Ireland. No seatbelt. And we're off. Look at the suckers walking. But we're not walking. We're with this fantastic driver here. Look at them. Look at them. Just wave to them. Bye bye. And we're here. Jeez, that door opens wide. Look at that. It's like one of those super fancy doors that open sideways. 谢谢.
好的，谢谢。
再见. We met the old lady protector of the valley who stops you in your path and makes you pay. How much was it?
15.
15 per person?
Yeah.
They built the road.
They built the
The
road.
villages. They
Oh,
built
she
the
didn't
road.
build that road. Okay, so it's actually good value. You should support the local people too. So we're going to get down to the bottom of the valley. Said that fast. And then we're going to see the beautiful river. It's so dusty here. For 15 yuan, it's actually not bad. There's a lot of work put into making these steps all the way down and all the way back up. Here we have some valiant sticks that are holding up the rock, the big massive boulder. They're doing a great job. You can see from here just how vertical this gorge is. It just straight down. It actually goes at about 90 degrees in some places even more. This is the dry season. As you can see, it's all very dry up in the mountains and stuff. So the river isn't as strong as it normally would be during the wet season, but even in the dry season it's a torrent. That's a little cave,
Yeah.
a little house. Oh, let's go check it out. Let's see what's in here. Well, it's a long cave. Oh, and here's the end. Okay. Aside from that little waterfall, you can actually really start to hear the sound of the... Oh, here's one that's trying its best to become a waterfall. Maybe in the wet season, my friend. Anyway, the noise of the river down below, you can start to hear it. It sounds like a motorway or a really loud road. So here's the little pathway you have to walk on. This little section underneath, dug out of the rock, that you pay 15 yuan to the locals who actually dug this out. And they have these railings on these more perilous parts, because it is, if you look here on the side of the walkway, that's the side of the walkway, it is just, I mean, it's straight down. We have another payment area of another 15 yuan per person to get down, which, I mean, it's a catch-22, because if you get that far, you're almost obligated to pay, because you're not going to walk back. You're going to keep going. Let's take a look. What the house looked like. It's a little bit of a wreck now. Let's take a look. Oh, we have a cowboy hat. We have this old roof made of bamboo. That would have been the kitchen. All right. So it's 10 yuan for this bridge. 3 people. Oh, cool bridge. Look at that. That is that is deadly. The wood looks well old as well though. And I weigh about 80 kilos, so, or at least that's what I tell myself. Oh Jesus, it bounces. Yeah, it's well made. It's not the bouncing actually, the bridge, it just goes side to side. That's the sketchy part. Okay, let's go down and check out this view. Look how ferocious that is over there. Now we're gonna head over to another one. This one's free. There's this one here, goes out on the rock, goes down a little few steps. You get pretty close to the river. Maybe you can't see it, maybe you can, I don't know. This line here is during the wet season. That's actually where the river raises up to. Here we have a sign that says no swimming in Chinese. And I was very tempted to take a bit of a dip in this raging river until I saw the sign and I thought, no, I might give it a miss. Alright, you can't come all this way and not actually get down close to it. Here we have a little ladder. This is just a taster for what's coming later. Oh Jesus. Alright. Each step is actually really far apart. Oh, it's not held on, it's held on with that. Get away with it. You have to go all the way up there. Supposedly gonna take about 1 hour. I think it might take a bit longer, but we'll see. And then up at the top is the ladder. Breaking the law, breaking the law. So here's that infamous sky ladder. Agoraphobia and heart disease or sick person is banned to challenge the ladder. Oh, look at that, it goes way up. It's not too bad though, you can see the top up there. Apparently it's not 20 stories, it is in fact just 10. Oh, it's not easy with the camera, let me tell you that. It's relax and hold on tight. Jesus, it's actually, oh, that's confidence inspiring. Alright, we're at the top. Well, that wasn't too bad. If you've any way, shape or form a small fear of heights, do not do that. And now after that, we have to climb all the way up to the top. Okay, yeah. We have a traffic jam at the ladder. There's no turn signals, no red lights. So we made it pretty much to the top. Just that last little bit to go. Yeah, I'm actually going to end the video here. That's it. That was a little tour that I decided to do in the Tiger Leaping Gorge. It's one of the most revered ones in China for hiking, and you can see why. The paths are all well made and stuff. You can't hear me. Anyway, thanks for watching. And as always, stay tuned for the next one because I have no idea what's going to happen next. Goodbye.